Hello everyone! I've got a camera for the PlayStation, so now you get to look at me sitting on the sofa with my it looks like skulls, but actually it's stormtroopers and Darth Vader. Here, let me get up extra close. Oh wait, I've got a microphone attached to me. You see? Look, if I get up very close, you can see that it's Darth Vader, right? See, isn't that awesome? Darth Vader and stormtroopers. Um, yes. So anyway, yeah, I guess we're going to be playing some more Kerbal Space Program because I still have trophies to get, and I've got a little bit of time before the family comes home. Zoonamed, hello, how are ya? How is everything? I'm gonna select this, and we're gonna load this. Well, afternoon for you. No, it's 7:39 for me. So yeah, rather early-ish in the evening. I will be on later, right? So I'll be doing a proper live stream later. This is just another one of these PlayStation streams, which obviously the PlayStation isn't as awesome as the PC for playing Kerbal Space Program, but it is more than adequate for those people that don't have anything else. So we have 267,000. Hi, Los Angeles. I hope you get permission from your mayor, because I would think that he would be the one saying hi, no? Or are you saying this is a metaphorical hi from Los Angeles? I would really like to go down there. What will explode? Hopefully nothing. This is mission 6 of my playthrough. Oh yeah, proper live stream will go much later, like 2 hours 20 minutes. We're just going to do a short thing. So I guess what I should do is I need to look at what I should upgrade. I don't need to upgrade this just yet. And vehicle assembly building, that's going to be expensive to upgrade. So what I want is vehicle assembly building and the tracking station upgraded. We've already upgraded R&D, but stuff for you to fix. I know, I'm sure you're working very hard. I know. We do have a ton of science to spend. Oh my goodness, so much science. You know what? You know what's also complaining about PlayStation controls? The zoom controls that work in the camera don't work here. Yes, Flying Tiger, some more stuff, but we need to get that fixed. Can I ask about conversation from earlier? I forget people's conversations because I'm a terrible person. So what we should be looking for, well, we have a docking thing there. I'm going to get this because it has the all-important barometer. That is going to be very helpful. And I should probably get some bigger rockets as well, right? So what are our options here? We have the giant things, we have that. We need fuel tanks that are big enough. Fuel tanks that are worthy. Oh, and we get fuel pipes there. Fuel lines, that's going to be a really no-brainer one to get. Advanced fuel systems, that gets me the giant thing. Yeah, let's do that. What's over here? Launch clamps. Gonna need them launch clamps. I'm gonna need launch clamps at some point, and struts. And it's 45. I'm not gonna not get that. Little engines. I don't really need little engines right now. I am gonna go this way to get the bigger engines though, because this gets me mainsail and external boosters, and these are really helpful in using, basically getting me a lot of stuff for a small number of parts. You know what? Oh my goodness! You know what I can get? Can I do this? Nuclear propulsion? I can get the nuclear engine! I can get the nuclear engine! KSP and PS4, what about the... What, do you think I own every single console, Busy Freeman? I can only play it on the consoles that I own, and I'm gonna say I own an Xbox 360, but I do not own an Xbone. That's just, that's just the nature of things. Okay, so we have this mobile processing lab. If I can get that into space, that'll be really useful. Let's just see. Precision engineering, that adds nothing that I care for. Advanced electrics gets me better solar panels, which could be pretty useful. Okay, 366. 366. And these things are 300, so let me just do my numbers. Command modules, that gets me better modules. Did I get... where's the landing... Where's the landing pod? Where's the little dinky landing pod? Is that here? Advanced flight? Oh, it's an... Why is it an advanced flight control? Okay, I guess we'll take flight control so we get those. and I need to. Oh wait, do I need both? I thought I gotta select it. Gonna actually select research, don't I? That's the one you have. Yeah, no, this is the PlayStation 4. Sorry, Busy Freeman. I don't know why you can type S1 to 4 for some reason. I have no idea why, and I've not gone into things. Beer of the day, incidentally, which you can probably barely tell at this resolution, is Golden State of Mind. Again, by Ale Industries. It is beautiful. Okay. Sorry, it's really hard for me to keep up with the chat, so if I'm ignoring you, it's not because I hate you, it's because I'm just having a really hard time keeping up with chat. If I ignore you in email, then sometimes you need to send email to me again, and if you get mad at me, then you won't get a response, basically. It's not cool. I do enjoy my Golden State of Mind. It is a nice, really, it's a really nice, tasty thing. Okay, so can I get any more science modules? Specialized. Oh, there's more. Wait a second. No, that's not. Is that? Wait a second. What is that? Fly-by-wire avionics hub. No, that's not what I want. We don't need that. Command modules. Nah, don't really need that. Advanced exploration gets me the thingy, the mobile processing lab. Precision engineering doesn't get me any science, and these ones are too expensive. Nothing there. Electronics need 300 for that. So I'm basically trying to figure out what the best thing to spend my money on is. Let's see what these are. Advanced construction gives me heavier and wider, and oh, it also gives me protective shells, which will be useful when I start building satellites. I think I can definitely take one of these. Don't want that one. Maybe kind of want that one. That one's nice because we have the lab. That one's kind of useless. What's this one down here again? This adds docking, doesn't it? I'm so tiny and I'm immobile. It's okay, you don't need to see anything. There's also some turntables sitting up there. Nothing you have to be worried, whatever. This one does have the docking. Nice to have. That's the other option, is I could go for a couple of these. Wait a second. So if I've got 160, then that doesn't leave enough, at least enough for aviation, which that would be nice. There's a lot of parts there, but I'm not really going to use any of these parts in my quest to explore. Might be useful for getting things. Here, propulsion systems is the dinky little propulsion systems for satellites that I don't really care for. Advanced propulsion, again, we don't need that for aeronautics. Aerodynamics, not that useful. Landing. Oh, actually, heavier stuff here. There's some important stuff here. I definitely should get these before I get the capsule. Okay, that leaves 140, which means I can't get the next node, so let's just blow our money, our science, and all these things. 45 and a 90. So I'll get the aviation, even though I'm not going to really use it. It's nice to have those parts around, though. And little parts, aerodynamic parts, bigger aerodynamics, miniaturization. Yeah, you know, this might have some uses, because then it'll unlock docking. Okay, that's come out of here for science. So we're down to 6.9 science. I think that's a pretty good purchase. Now, next thing we should do is decide what we're going to do. Ferry tourists to destination, which is sites of Minmus. Yeah, I can't possibly get these guys to Minmus. Test the Juno jet engines. Yep, splashdown. Ferry 4 tourists to see the sights on Kerbal. Yeah, not going to do that. Position a satellite. Science data from surface of the moon. Nice, but we haven't got a spacecraft there. Test kickback. Let's just check, see what contracts I have active. I still have this Mark 16 parachute because, as somebody correctly pointed out, albeit in a tone which was a little, yes, because of the way the staging works, I'm not able to actually test that. So I should probably do that. So if I don't actually use the staging system, then it doesn't work. Sorry, I'm just putting my leg up there because I'm tired. I thought, there's no rescue astronaut? Damn it, I was hoping there'd be a rescue astronaut. Where would these guys want to go? I need something to do for money, that's the thing. See, this is why I have to be careful. Okay, so I'm going to just test some stuff. We're going to test this. Sure, I'm going to test this jet engine splashed down. So I need to activate it through the staging sequence. And was there another one that was splashed down? No. Data from the surface of the moon, stack decoupler, turret testing, or oh yes, test the stack decoupler. There we go. So we'll just do a little mission to get some money and collect some science. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, let's do this. So this is going to be a really small hop. Just going to get out of this way. Fix your staging. Fix your staging, matey. Okay, so that's the spacecraft. What are we going to do with this? We need to put all the science on this that we've not yet collected. And we need it to land safely, so we're going to need a whole lot of extra parachutes and stuff on it. Mark 16. And then we need some radials. There we go. And that. A little motion. Be fun, he says. It will. We're going to the ocean. It'll be fun. We're going to learn all about landing in the ocean. Look at those emotes looking doopy on the PS side of the chat. Yes. Ah, oh, man. Oh man, this is really hot out here, by the way. Of course, it's not as hot as wherever you guys are, but it feels hot to me because I'm Scottish. So just, you know, accept it. Okay, so we need Science Junior. I'm going to take a couple of Science Juniors, I think. Do that. What we're going to do is just boost this up far enough to get to the ocean. And we're going to take some thermometers. Plaster them on there. And we'll take some of these pressure barometer thingies, put those there. You know what, actually maybe I'll do 3 of those. Oh, there, 3. And mystery goo, we should have everything off, so there's no point in doing that. Now we need to attach to this a jet engine, which needs to be tested. The Juno jet engine, where is it? Wherefore art thou, little jet engine? You're obviously not in the fuel tank section. What am I looking at you there for? Juno jet engine. That's that there, so that'll go on. But before I do that, I need to have a stack decoupler. It's a TR18, right? Rockamax brand TR18A stack decoupler splash down, right? That's what the contract says. Mark 16 parachute in flight over Kerbal, which we're going to do. We've got to make sure we're moving fast enough. Splash down, yes. So we'll do that, and then we'll have the jet engine attached to it. So we'll make sure that we test these in the right order. And then we'll just put some boosters on the side of this to make sure it can get up high enough and fast enough. And then our mission will be set. There we go, on the bottom there. Is that attached? That is attached. Okay, so a couple of these hammers. Please, hammer, don't hurt them. Maybe I'll put these on. Oh, you know what? I'll just put parachutes on them, right? I'll make sure that we have extra parachutes. So we need not 2, 3. Bingo. And we'll put big parachutes on the front to make sure it lands safely. It's been 80s and 90s, which is what we consider wicked hat. Is it wicked hat? Are you smart from Boston? I know. Oh shoot! No, sorry, I have family there. I have in-laws. Don't let them know that. The cat and the yard. Yes, yes. There we go. Okay, and we need a name for this. We need a name. We need a name. We need a name. Oh, you know what? I see someone here that deserves a rocket named after them. Someone who has, who is always asking me to do things, and I'm never able to do things because I'm always on date nights and things like that. But Shujin Tribble is someone who, mad respect and all that. So this is what this is going to do. It's only going to be a short flight. Oh, we should probably put some wings and stuff on it. Wings and things and things and wings. Okay, engines. We're going to test all these things. I think I'm getting rather sniffly. I suspect that I am going to end up feeling a little allergic to something. Oh, look at that. We're totally inventing the plane. And we'll put Delta Deluxe wing lid on the middle here. There, it's like we've invented the plane before anything else. The PS4 does not support mouse in this context. Okay, we're going to put that... You know what, actually, what I'm going to do... Let's do this. I want to make sure that these parachutes get initiated in sequence. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put all but one set of parachutes in this final stage here. Oh, and you know what? Actually, the last thing we need to do... Okay, so wait. We need to fire this engine. This engine needs to be the second to last thing that we do. So these can go down. We cut the chutes or shoot the chutes out. And that. And then we test the stack decoupler finally. Stack decoupler. So this is something that is just being sent up to make money, right? It's going to be performing scientific experiments in the name of the space program, and that's about it. Okay, save the game. And I'm happy to know that the stuff is being backed up to the cloud. People are expressing some concern, saying they've lost games. I have not yet lost a game, so good. Good, right? If this is a rocket plane, wouldn't that make it a jet plane? Technically, there's, much in common. Okay, once again, back with the incredible Rhyme Animal, and I want to lift off and I want to go sideways right away. Are we ready? How is this gonna do? Oh, 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on, yes. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to take 45-degree angle there. That's good for me. Now, while I'm at it, science! Observe science! And... well, material study I've already got. Reset, that's fine. I'm going to take this science though. Log pressure data. Excellent. New important science to be had. But this dude, he's already got science from up there, so that's not a problem. Are we going to get high enough, I wonder? So what we're waiting for is the correct altitude and everything to deploy these chutes. I should pop out the contracts page. There we go. And hide this. Test parachute while in flight 3,000 to 9,000. I'm just going to turn off SAS here. And when both of those are green, that is when I will detach the parachutes. And hopefully that will work well. I'm taking all the science I can. Just waiting for all green here. Hope it picks up a bit more speed because we need to be going fast enough when it hits 9,000. But at the same time, I hope it's not going too fast when it hits 9,000. 200, don't go 240. Come on, all green, all green, all green, all green, all green, all green. Yes, all green. And excellent. Okay, now we've got that. Next, Let's start collecting some... You know what, actually, I should just do this. Observe materials bay, because we've already got it in flight, we'll just collect more. But we'll get the next one when we're on the ocean surface. Keep the experiment. Sciencing while over the thing. Crew report. Oh, we didn't get one while flying over the Kerbin's water. Good thing that I asked to do that. How about that thermometer? Does it have something to say? There's a thermometer right there. I said right there. No? No, okay, you're going to zoom out. Log this temperature while we're in the air. Excellent, flying over Kerbin's water. And did I get one of these? Come on. Log pressure data. Excellent. That's while flying, so I guess I'm going to keep one of those. Whatever. We're just playing more of the career mode. We're going to come back and we're going to do this for reals properly when I get a chance. So I just had to do some career missions to make some money because I pretty much have no cash at all. I have enough to do a couple of things, and I really want to upgrade both the assembly building and the tracking station. Once I've got both of those, then I'm going to be pretty much good to send missions to the moon and everywhere. I am not going to try an EVA on the way down. No. No, 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 no. Oh man, binge watching Interstellar again. Good Lord. I don't think I will ever repeat that, but I will have many other ideas, many great ideas that will perhaps bring, I don't know, new stuff to the world. The drink tonight is Golden State of Mind, because I basically got a growler. And it's nice and cold. You know what? I should probably time accelerate here. Hold on. There, time accelerate on the way down. This is going to take a while. Yeah, IQ was a lot of work, and I, really enjoyed it. But at the same time, at some point, it felt like I was just launching planes all the time. And people were like, "Why aren't you launching rockets? It's Kerbal Space Program. It should be rockets." A colonization series, I've definitely heard that, and I will consider it. I like the fact that colonization adds some new gameplay to it. There we go. And this. Push forwards. Oh, that's good. He ended up the right way up. Now, more science. This here. Give me the science. Give me the science. I want lots of science to share with you. Have we got a temperature reading from the ocean yet? Kerbin water. We do not have a temperature reading from the ocean yet. Good to know. Now, where? There's one in here. You see that? It's just kind of hidden. Oh, okay, I gotta adjust this. There we go. See, you can still get the precision you need to make this happen. Kerbin's water. Keep that experiment. Now, here's one thing I could try doing. Let's see if I can do this, because I can get surface samples, right? Okay, so I'm gonna rock backwards here, and then I'm gonna try and grab a surface sample from here. Take surface sample from standing on the ship while in the middle of the ocean. EVA report. Apparently I haven't got this yet. That's really funny. Do this, grab, and then board. Excellent. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, I'm definitely getting sniffly. You know what? I bet you it's the kittens or whatever have been putting hair in all these. I had to vacuum this last week because I got super sniffly. And then I took some Benadryl because Amy was telling me to do it. And I don't know if you saw my Twitter last week where I was like, I can't be feeling to that time. Like, it was hilarious. So that's what really happened. What other tests? I did all the tests. Oh crap, I recovered without doing the other tests! No! No! Oh man. You're right, you're right, you're right, you're right. Damn it. I, I, oh, I'm such a fool. What a fool I am. Okay, so I guess we'll just do something a little easier. I'll have to build something even smaller and lighter. I'm gonna make a mighty ship for everyone to see, though I've never seen a rocket ship with such high delta V. I'm gonna build a crazy ship. That's NG Phil. Okay, so what can I do to make this happen faster? I mean, I guess I can just fly the same thing. It's 21,000 though. That's expensive. If I just get rid of this, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's just do this test. New. I'm gonna make an even smaller ship that was. Do I want to save? No, don't save. I want to make a new smaller ship. We're gonna try some space probes. We're gonna try some probes. And let's put the jet engine on the front of it. There we go. Jet engine on the front. Actually, I wonder. Ah, that's how you can rotate. I figured that was going to happen. Diamonds in the night sky. And where's my decoupler? Decoupler once again. So this is a whole lot cheaper, obviously. We just need some parachutes on the side. I'm going to do one of these on the bottom. And parachutes. Where are my parachutes? Parachutes. Radial mount parachutes. We just need 2 of those. And I should probably stick some batteries on because it might take a little bit of time to go places. Let's just stick a pair of batteries on the side as well. Just because why not? Looks strange with so few pages of parts. Yeah, I know, I guess I'm used to much longer part lists. Just, you know, that's just what happens. Wait till you see, this thing is going to get to amazing altitudes, and I'm going to kick myself for not being able to collect the science data that I want. There we go. So boost, and then parachute, and then engine, and then, oh, no, parachute goes there. Check your staging. I said check your staging. Thank you. This goes here. And then this goes here. Once again, I'm having to do another extra mission because I forgot. Okay, I'm going to call this... I forgot, right? Forget me not. Check your staging. Thank you. I'm actually going to call this... where is it? What is it? C Y S F T W. Bang, 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 bang. And then save that. Of course, maybe this is when I find out the exclamation marks is what causes the bug in the save files. Obviously not. Let's do this. Forget-me-not is Alaska's state flower. You know the flower, the state flower of California is the thistle, which is the same as the national flower of Scotland. Okay, are we ready? Are we steady? Oh, we have this. We have this here. Ready, steady, go. Oh, excellent. Oh, don't fall apart, don't fall apart, don't fall apart. Okay, you're not falling apart. Good for you, because I would never have forgiven you if you had fallen apart. I would have never trusted you again with a rocket had you fallen apart. The parachutes come out. This comes down. SAS goes off. and time acceleration, physical time acceleration happens. And we fall down to... No, we're not doing a Kerbal lawn dart, because lawn darts are... well, you know, lawn darts are just what happens when you push the center of mass well ahead of the center of pressure. KLDP. I don't know. What's KLDP? A Kerbal lawn dart project? That would be fun. Me and my friend back in Scotland, God, so long ago, his family had like lawn darts, and what we would do is we would set it up with like all the toy cars and stuff, and we would build cities, and then we would pretend that we were lobbing missiles at the city. And we had a big piece of wood we would use to measure the blast radius. And then after each series of things, we would get to move the stuff around and pretend like, oh, the people are fleeing into the woods! No, no, a bomb comes from the sky! Okay. That's that. Hopefully that qualifies as a test. Successful test. Juno jet engine. Yes, excellent. Parachute in flight. Excellent. And finally, separation. And that is my last thing. Oh, I like how this is sinking. Uh-oh. I can't... Oh yeah, I guess I can recover it. I wonder how far this is going to sink. Do you think this is going to sink to the bottom? This is very strange. This is a little bugged. Let me just zoom out a bit. Like, oh look, there's an optimization that the devs must have thought of. That when we're underwater, they're not rendering this terrain underwater to save CPU cycles. So we are floating in space here. I wonder if I can get ocean floor science while I'm down here. Yeah, this thing is just going to keep sinking. Let's time accelerate to see how far it sinks. And what happens? Is it going to land on the terrain, or is it just going to sink through to the middle of the planet? I'm really confused here. They told me that I could do anything with my life, so I wanted to be a submarine! Yes. Okay. Do you get a world's first for, like, reaching the lowest altitude? Oh yeah, look, wait, did we get a world's first? I've broken ocean depth records! Excellent! That is a neat way, because we were just needing the money, right? 9,600. I wonder how deep I can get. Base! How low can you go? Once again, back into the rhyme animal. The incredible public enemy #1. Man said freeze. That said I never had a gun. I don't know. I'm too white to rap public enemy. I'm just gonna make that very clear. No, it's still going down. I wonder how far do we want to place bets? There is no crushed depth. But you know what? Physics used to get really weird below 600 meters. That's one thing I found. And at least one of the submarine mods just caused things to explode at that depth. I'm really curious. Oh, I think it's interesting actually that we can see the sun. There is definitely something approximating terrain coming up. I guess very slowly. It looks really strange. 600 meters. Maybe, hopefully we can get to 700 meters, because I bet you that'll get me more science or more things, whatever. Well, apparently you can fly. I don't know. I don't know if they fixed that, but in certain versions you can fly jets underwater just fine. Okay, looks like 700 meters. And here's the bottom. There we go. I should just leave this here as like a tribute. Touchdown! It's 742 meters. Okay, we're saving that. Space Center. Okay. Well, that's half an hour wasted, and we haven't really gone anywhere. We should probably get something into orbit, right? Meanwhile, yeah, I think it's pretty telling that we can see where these are, right? Let's get this, recover that, and that's got us 364. So, let's take a look at our mission control things. I really want to get a rescue something or other. Science data from the surface of the moon. Fly by the sun. Okay, seems pretty good for today's your lucky day. Fly a vessel anywhere nearby the sun to achieve this goal. Simply head to the sun and pass it. What they really mean is fly a spacecraft into interplanetary space. So maybe I'll do that, right? We'll build a spacecraft and then send it up there, and maybe yeah. Let's see if we can do that. Well, let's just send it out into the great unknown. Okay, so new. I should probably make sure I actually get that project first, right? Let me just do that. Yes, Technomaniac with the quote from Futurama. Oh man. It's high time you should go and land on the sun while it's safe. Yes, it's nighttime. We should go and land on the sun while it's safe. I don't think so. Okay, so we'll do this. We're going to do fly by the sun. Bingo. And plant flag on Minmus. I already did that. Oh, but it disintegrated and exploded, didn't it? On a suborbital trajectory. So I just have to be between two. Oh, really? I have to be in a suborbital trajectory at exactly these altitudes? That's just no. Science data from the surface of Minmus, all that stuff. Nope, don't want any of these. Don't want any of these. I just want to check. Active is just fly by the sun, and that will give me 94,000. Actually, it'll give me a ton of money. Good. So this should be pretty easy. We just need to build a big rocket and push a thing into outer space. No, I'm not going to send this near the corona, but I might send it somewhere that like flies past. We might set it up to fly past other planets and stuff. But I'm only going to take instrumentation, which will give me like decent transmit rates and reuse rates. So I'm not going to send the mystery goo, and I'm not going to send the. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll send the mystery goo. So we're going to send one of those. Come on, pressure. We need to know the pressure of deep space. There, and then on the other side, we'll put the temperature. And I still don't have action groups, so I still have to do this manually. And then we'll stick on the front there. I guess we'll have to stick a couple of mystery goo things on here, won't we? To balance it out. So maybe we'll take it somewhere. Now, we need some concessions to aerodynamics on this thing. So we need a pointy nose. Pointy nose. Oh, we don't have a pointy nose. I guess I could put this on there. Do you think that would work? Let's put that aerodynamic nose cone on. Yeah, that's totally going to work. And we'll put some satellite solar power receivers on the back. Oh, we need transmitter, of course. Yeah, need a communitron right on there. Let's stick the communitron right on the nose. Well, I think this is so hard. That's about as close as it's going to get, right? So if I now... There we go. Okay, so we get a communitron on the nose. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm just working on the assumption that it will in fact work. I'll put a couple of solar panels on this one, because retransmitting is nice. And I think we should have access at this point to some kind of... Yes, we have a small inline reaction wheel, so I'll drop that on there just to make sure that we've got reaction control. Excellent. That's it. It's the left and right that I was trying, like, why can't I move this thing correctly? How are we doing in terms of part count? I mean, I guess I could expand the part count here, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, let's do liquid fuel fuselage. Let's actually put the nuclear rocket on this thing. Why not? Let's stick this on top of a nuclear powered rocket. Of course, we won't be able to run this thing continuously because it'll tend to overheat, but I think we can get this into space. Yeah, let's send our nuclear powered space probe into deep space. Oh, and you know what I'm missing here actually is the mystery, not the mystery goo, the materials science thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this and see if I can get it to Duna or something, right? If you hit the done, you become art a part of it. What? What? Science Junior. Yeah, maybe I'll send it all the way to Joule. That would be a good one for it to go to. First of all, I'll go out to deep space and then I'll decide. Man, that is good. We're breaking. Hit the sun. Now I'm not going to be able to hit the sun because this thing will overheat. That's the main problem with these things, is they tend to overheat too quickly. Actually getting anything to hit the sun now in Kerbal Space Program is a major challenge. Let's actually try this. Nope, that copies. I need to grab the root part and move it up. Making this thing a little higher, the higher. There we go. I'm wondering what the mass... This thing is massing 8 tons right now. So let's use this. I think this might be able to get there. Right, okay, so the only thing I might be concerned about is that I won't generate electrical power, so maybe I should put some extra batteries on this upper stage first. Let's just do that. Add a thermometer? I've got thermometers on this. I'm hearing Real Life Swag Life is saying, loving the stream. I'm sure he's only saying it ironically, but I love you for saying it. Thank you very much. You are a scholar and a gentleman and a scholar, and or a scumbag. I don't know. You're something. But we're all friends here. We appreciate your addition to the stream, and we think that perhaps this will go places. What am I up to? I'm up to going into space. That's what I'm up to. Now, do I have a fuel tank which tapers? I do. I have the adapter. Excellent. Excellent. So we get that, and then I think this one is going to cost me 3,000. This one is going to cost me... This one's actually slightly cheaper. Oh, look at that. What's my height limit? My height limit's totally acceptable, so I'm going to do this. Just doing this. Dropping it on the bottom, and then we'll put some wings on it just so we have some sort of stability control early on. But I'm going to use the wings that allow steering. I'm going to apply 4 of these. Excellent. Bingo. Okay. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. we've got batteries on this, right? What are you talking about? And then up in the upper stage, I might put on. I'm going to put on some radiators though to help cool this thing down a bit quicker. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Uh, Radiator panel large, small, large, edge. No, we're not going to do that. I'm going to do these. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, this is looking good. 91 tons of 140. So we need a name. We need a name. Who's been coming up with the best names? I think there's a lot of things I could do. It is on Xbox. In fact, it's on Xbox internationally, but it is not on PlayStation internationally. I'm going to call this Teen Spirit. I saw the phrase. Teen Spirit. Okay. Now we're ready to save. I'm ready to check my stuff here. Just check. We have a contract to get to visit the sun, basically. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. I meant to launch. Upgrade to deep space for only one large multi-stage rocket. Yeah, we're going to have tons of Delta V on this upper stage, so we'll be fine. Does it smell like its namesake? You know what? It's going to smell of rocket propellant, RP1, which I am reliably assured by people that have flown on rockets that there ain't nothing in the world that smells like rocket fuel in the morning. It's the smell of victory. You think 2 radiators would do the trick? McThulu? I should probably listen to you. I'm not really caring. I'm not playing this like a particular pro because oh dear, go to 100% thrust, stability control, fire, and then start going sideways here. There we go. Oh yes, that's better. Whew. Okay, now this is accelerating at 2G. It is wobbling just a wee bit there. It's just a wee bit of a wobble. A wee bit of a shimmy that we're having to deal with. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're essentially going straight to interplanetary space, so as long as I make a decent job... Oh, dear. Yep, so much for stability on this thing. Right, let's try that again. Revert flight to launch. This is what happens. Is the PS version good? It's as good. The PlayStation 4 version is as good as the Xbox One version, which means that it is the second best version of Kerbal Space Program, with of course the PC Mac Linux version being the best. 100% thrust. 100% thrust. Stability control enable. And fire. I'm going to just point this thing over, and then we're going to hold attitude. Hold that attitude, sir. Sir, hold your attitude. Okay, now, how do I transfer? You can't transfer. Yep. Whoa! Wow, that is pretty fierce, I have to say. I like the way that's wobbling. Oh my god, that looks so... Oh, good that I can revert to launch here, huh? I think throttling down might just help a little on this. Revert flight once more to launch. More The realism of this is unmatched. Do not mock the realism. Okay, throttle to 100%. There, I'm just gonna hope, like, we're just gonna go straight up here. Let's see if I can get out of space here. Trying to just nudge it along that thing. Right, if I can just keep it manually this here, maybe that'll work better. I'm just gonna let this cruise at lower thrust. That's what I'm doing. More thrust, a little more thrust. No, 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 no! Okay. Nope. Come on! There we go. As long. Oh yes. Oh, the comedy. Oh, the comedy. It needs more wings. It needs a lot of things. It needs wings and things. No, I was deliberately turning off the SAS because the SAS was turning too hard. Right, I am actually gonna throttle down to 0 again. And I should go to map and zoom in. And once again, this is invisible. Okay. And once again, space probes are invisible. That's us. What is our altitude here? Apoapsis is 7,300. Okay, now I'm going to fire my engines and start turning this thing ever so slowly. So I'm firing the engines at a very low thrust here. I was quite impressed with my noodle control there. My noodle control is legendary, I'll have you know. If anybody knows a thing about pushing a wet noodle into space, I think I can teach them some lessons. But we're sending them on a voyage from which they will not return. So we'd prefer not to have Jebediah in there all the same. If you hang around, I've got another live stream in about an hour and a half. And there will be more sensible or insensible. There will be PC-based Kerbal Space Program rather than this console pox that many people seem to not like. I personally have no problem, but I understand that some individuals are threatened by the advent of cheap consoles and wish to remain part of their elite core of PC players. We're still pushing this. We must be getting close. I'm just going to start firing it here. 50% thrust. There we go. We're just going into a circular orbit. 50% thrust. We're getting accelerating at about 2G, so I should be able to come out of this. There we go. Look at that. Isn't this magnificent? This is truly something for the ages. Now, oh, no, I want to do this, and I want to at least deploy one of these. Extend those panels because I don't have action groups. Oh, that's the kind. I wanted the other kind. Okay. And then the other thing I should probably do is start turning on these radiators. Activate radiator. Oh, and we just made it to orbit, and only just. How about that? And our nuclear-powered spacecraft starts heading off. Yes, let me play among the... How did let me play among the stars? I guess that's my first space probe. Okay, first space probe gets a special achievement. Oh, wrong button, sorry. Wrong. There's two buttons here. One goes to the sharing menu and the other goes to the other menu. And it's very confusing and I don't want either of those. I want to go to the map. I should probably cut my thrust to 0 actually. So, question is, are we close to anything that looks like a... We're in orbit. Maybe I should start looking at getting encounters with things. Should we fly past Eve? Or... yeah, that'll be on the other side. I think I'll just head out to where Jewel is and see if I can get an encounter out that way. Actually, I might be able to get an encounter with this. So you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to go back to the Space Center and I'm going to upgrade that thing. By golly. By golly, I'm going to update my thing. My, whatchamacallit? My hoojamadude. My, whatchamacallit? My thingamy. My MacGuffin. My tracking station. Tracking station is what it's called. I know, I know. There, tracking station is now upgraded and now we have access to all the goodness that the tracking station has to offer. Let's just check mission control for... Well, let's enter it. See if there's anything. Ferry, science data from surface, stack decoupler, solid booster. No, you just aren't going to give me any new things, are you? No, no, no. Anyway, back here. I realized that I missed a chance there to get some science. If you real life swag, if you like my shirt, you should have checked the start of the stream. The start of the stream where I really got to show off what the shirt was. You can probably barely see it there. It's a tiny little picture, but from up close, it becomes clear that it is not merely a skull, but it is a skull made of Darth Vader and stormtroopers. I'm going to upgrade lots of science. Science is going to be upgraded to the upgradingness of upgrades. Okay, actually, let's start deploying things here because we probably should make sure that we've got all the stuff we need. Extend those panels. And electric charge is holding stable. Actually, you know what? Going to Joule may not be a possibility because the power just isn't going to last. So I think I'm going to have to go to Eve. That's what's going to happen. We're going to head to Eve. But first, we're going to collect science data from the pressure sensors. Log me the pressure data in low Earth orbit, or low Kerbal orbit. The instrument reads 0. It's as if we were in a vacuum. My God. Really? A vacuum in space, they say? What will the house cleaning people think of next? A dishwasher, perhaps? That's where flying saucers come from. They come from dishwashers in space. We're aerobraking on Eve. I don't think we're going to aerobrake on Eve. Nope. What we're going to do is do a two-step transfer. And this might take some time. So first thing I need to do is get to this. And actually we are in a good place to initiate a burn to depart, but I don't really have the thrust, so maybe I'll wait for one more orbit. I'm going to wait until I am about here. So can I warp here? Yes! Excellent. Let's bring this out. A horse! A horse! My space center for a horse. Oddly enough, one of the mods I've been playing with that was going to show off in the live stream later does actually include horses. Can you show the shirt up close, by chance? Yes, look here. It's my shirt. It's Darth Vader. It's stormtroopers. It's an unholy skull of the Imperial power. Kerbal Horse program is something which has already been done by Abyssal Lurker, who is actually one of the most amazing Kerbal Space Program players ever. Let's not even answer that question. Abyssal Lurker has talents which make me just say what all the time. So let's just hold this. We're gonna just go for it. I guess this is actually burning faster than I expected. Look at him go! Oh, we're flying over the space center there. Look at that. It's kind of cool to see that from here, isn't it? And we're not getting too hot either. So it looks like we're going to have a good few kilometers per second of delta V. But we're going mainly to, what do you call it? It's an 8-ton ship, I believe, this stage. So it's getting a decent fraction of a G acceleration. It's mostly fuel, like the mass fraction is probably about a half-ton payload, 8-ton total mass, and yeah. So we're doing pretty good here. And I'm just going to watch this from here. So actually it's accelerating a little faster than I needed it to, but you know, whatever, we'll fix that. It doesn't matter. And once we get into interplanetary space, we can make some corrections. Did they up the nuclear thrust on Konsole? I don't believe so. I'm just going to do this. Keep thrusting inward. Look. Oh, I could of course have flown by the moon there for extra science, but no, we're not doing that. Oh crap! Better cut the power. So the modifier buttons that you use, if you just tap them and try to do it quickly, it switches. So you have to be careful about that. So I'm just zooming out here. The modifier does help you go straight to 100% thrust, like that. So that's actually not so bad. And now that we're down near there, I should probably try and target Eve. I might be able to get to Moho with this. I don't want to do that. I want to target. Set as target. Okay, now what does it say? We have no clue, no information right now. Let's just thrust a little more. Let's thrust more until that node there. Oh, wait. Until that node lines up with the orbit. And then I'll throttle back to 0. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, bingo. Okay, so we're going to end up about as far away as possible from this thing. And then from there, I will make a second burn that will adjust the orbit to make sure that we actually arrive in the right place at the right time. That's my lazy way of doing this. But first, would I walk 500 miles? I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. And in fact, I believe I have a copy of the Proclaimer's Sunshine on Leith sitting over there in my vinyl collection somewhere. Because if you don't know, this is the sofa that I sit on and I do my, you know, real-world Kerbal thing. And over there is all my records, like all 3,000 of them. I'm a bit of a fiend when it comes to collecting records, because I'm a nerd. Okay, now we're up above 200 kilometers. Time to collect more science. Where is this where's this pressure sensor? It's there. Hey, pressure sensor, could you log? Wait, I reviewed that data. I said transmit that data. Transmit it. I have no use for you keeping that data. We have to send it all the way home so that the scientists can do important things with it. Similarly, we're going to get more science data from up here. Transmit it. 50% of it goes home. I think this is a pretty awesome first space probe for this thing. I mean, this is going to be able to go forever. It's mostly because I went in and I unlocked so much stuff. You don't own 3,000 of anything, not even Steam games? Have I heard of MP3 or Spotify? Let me go and get you something a second. Just out of shot, just one moment. Okay, coming back here. So I have a little souvenir from one of the companies that I worked for. I was one of the original employees at Napster. I was one of the employees at the original Napster. So yes, I know a little about MP3s. I wrote bits of Icecast, and I contributed code to Lame and Ziff, or many Ziff projects, Og Vorbis. So yes, yes, I do know about all that stuff. However, I like vinyl, right? I didn't write an MP3 codec, but I contributed to. Actually, I did write an MP3 decoder as a challenge. Oh, sorry, wrong button. You know what? We should do a quick save here, just in case. Do the 10 parts to Elu challenge. I'm not going to do it on this. The mouse was possessed while I was off screen. Yeah, because it uses the accelerometer on this thing. See that? Let's move it over here. See? So I can move the thing around just by this. It's all down to those accelerometers that I tell you about. Remember? This little gyro yaw thing. I don't know. Pitch. There you go. And yaw. Isn't that magic? Have I tried Pokemon Go? Yes. Did you not see that I made a video talking about the magic behind Pokemon Go? And by magic, I mean hardcore science. Okay, we should probably actually time accelerate to get out into deep space. Just like a Wii, I have to remember that when the PlayStation 3 launched, it came with a controller that the what do you call it, the DualShock 3 controller. It came with accelerometers in it. It had, oh yeah, Fraunhofer want their cut. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Fraunhofer wanted their cut. That's why I never patented anything, because it would just be a whole pain that I wasn't prepared to deal with. Instead, I got offered a job, and that worked. Anyway, Napster was a great place. Yeah, I do like M83 and Sigur Rós. I like Sigur Rós. I like a lot of Icelandic, bands like that. To be honest, I like Midfield. Just look at the records I got here. Like Midfield General, obviously, a lot of finger licking tunes. There's some great Beatles, Rolling Stones. I get everything by the Beatles up there. I have a friend who basically had to give up his collection for storage reasons, and he just basically donated everything by the Beatles, and it's not just every record by the Beatles, but everything they did afterwards, all their random solo projects, weird collaborations with like Ravi Shankar and stuff like that. It is fantastic. We have a bunch of Bowie up there and everything too. A whole ton of trance, whole ton of house music, a lot of breaks, a lot of techno, Dave Clark. I'm a big fan of Skint Records and Southern Fried Records. Uh, yeah, there's so many tunes up there, so many tunes. I like I've Daft Punk's original records there. I have an original pressing of Jack Your Body by Steve Silk Hurley, which means probably very little to many of you, but Steve Silk Hurley, like, wow. Okay, I'm gonna record this science here. Observe Mystery Goo. We've got to deep space. And I'm going to just transmit that home. It's not that useful to have it with me, but I'm sending it. Yes, I know I can't use it, but we're going to transmit it home. I'm going to collect this very important pressure data. Okay. And the very important temperature data. And you know what? I actually going to have to do a few things. So I think this is actually probably a good place for me to leave this before I go away and come back and do proper streaming later. So glad you guys could all join me. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there is no matter around to be either hot or cold except for the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. Transmit! Transmit. So, this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go here. I guess I can just time accelerate, so I'm going to select this. And warp there. 137 days. There we go. Flying down into the sun. Meanwhile, there's other science happening back home. When will I stream again? I'm going to stream again in just over an hour because I have regular streaming to do. I also have videos to editing and things like that. 10 parts to Elu. Somebody's suggesting I do 10 parts to Elu challenge. Circle button. Circle button to cancel. Because I realize that this is where I want to do my thing. Add maneuver. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So if I slow down, actually if I accelerate, that's probably the... Okay, that's actually reducing it. Okay, come back, come back, come back. There we go. So if I do this one orbit's time... Oh, go away! Oh, what the juice! What the... Jibbity juice juice. Let's see if I can make an encounter happen. Yeah, that's gonna... Oh, I could... I guess I could actually get an encounter with this. Here's a fun one, look. Oh, I was wondering, maybe I can get an encounter with this and then have an encounter with that. Maybe I'll just do that. Hold on. This is probably the worst way to do it, right? Let's just see how close I get here. Set as target. Oh yeah, my inclination and everything is about as worse as it could be. Ah, no, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. So I guess what I need to do is just I need to do the opposite, and I need to adjust my orbit upwards, and then so basically I'm going to boost in the wrong direction so I can make the encounter as quickly as possible. Set as target. So here we go. Okay, now add that maneuver, 2 days time. And so, oh my god, this is so hard, so hard, so hard, so hard, so hard. So I'm going to basically push myself into a higher orbit, which will mean that Venus, or sorry, Eve catches up on me faster. And that is rubbish as well. That is really rubbish. Oh, what the hell was that? What was the hell that was that going to be an encounter with? It's a pink Kerbal. PS4 does internal views as a sub window. What? It's an IVA, right? Yeah, that's a really high quality IVA. Okay, you know what? Let's just do an inclination correction first. That's what I'm going to do. Add maneuver, and we're going to basically correct the inclination. So I am going. Is that an ascending node or a descending? I need to move this out the way. What is? I need to move this out the way so I can see what it is because it's not showing me. Damn it! Oh, wait. If I right click on this, 2.1 there, I've got it stuck. Now, if I drag this here, I should be able to. I said if I drag this here, I should be able to look at the. It doesn't want to drag. I start dragging and it kind of goes and then it stops. It's like, nope, not going to let you drag that anymore. No, you don't need to drag it. No dragging. So this is an ascending node, so I shall perform the descending node burn here. Look at that. Look at that. And it is actually telling me what I want. 0.5. Uh-oh. 0.8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There, that's close enough. Okay, so I'm going to do 495 meters per second there. Okay. I've captured 10 Poke Krakens. You're absolutely correct. That is exactly how we measure Kraken count in Kerbal Space Program. Okay, we're going to point this way. What can you tell me about time dilation in space-time? That it is simply a geometric way of making sure that everyone agrees on the speed of light. That's what it's all about. It's very important that everyone sees the same speed of light, which nobody, I mean, why? Because it makes stuff work, but why? I don't know. Okay, so can I warp? No. Can I do warp to next maneuver? Warp to next maneuver, yes. And hopefully I won't have run out of power when I get there. Excellent. 5 seconds. Estimated burn 5 seconds. Node in 54 seconds. Okay, and now it changed my thing on me. That's fine. So we're performing an inclination correction burn, and that means that when it'll be easier to get an encounter with Eve. That's what's going to happen. Not like this. Spam, 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 spamity, spam, 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 spamity, spam. Sorry, quoting Monty Python there, obviously. 1 hour 16. I really am supposed to be cutting this off, but I feel strangely compelled to continue to fix this problem. And cut power. Let's see how we're doing. So now I can kill this maneuver node, and we're definitely closer. We're definitely closer to something. The question is, what exactly? Insert maneuver, add maneuver. Okay, can I do this to make... Oh, look. Oh, hold on. See, we do have a potential encounter, but we move it that way. Instead, we move it that way. Bring it closer. Bring my friends closer together. Come on! Meet me at that point. Almost, almost, almost. Almost. Said almost. No, 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 no. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ah, there we go. Excellent. That'll be a 231 meter per second burn. And that will bring me into an encounter with Eve. So I better go back. Once I do this burn, I will go back to the science thing and make sure that I've got, you know, I've done all the contracts and stuff. So here, I cannot auto warp so far, apparently. How about here? I can't auto warp so far. I need to zoom in. How about if I click on that? Nope. Warp to next maneuver. That's what I want to do. Tractor beams. Yes. I don't know. I prefer more like combine harvester beams. They're far more practical. I mean, tractors are cool and all that, but they're just things that pull the other machines. The real technology is in the combine harvester that does all this awesome stuff. Okay, and bingo, 100%. I think I'm hooked on this new PS4 game. You know what? I like my PlayStation 4. I've had it forever. Well, I've had it for, you know, a year and a half now. And I just got the camera for it. I don't know why. I mean, people kept complaining that there was no video, so I was like, sure, I'll put something on the screen. It only costs, you know, tons of money. And stop. I'm just going to throttle up just a touch and make sure that I track this. So I'm going to now do the fine tuning on this. Bingo! Okay. And this is now the place, the time, the place, the place to be, the place for the PC Master Race. We're going to save this, and we're going to go to the Space Center, and I'm going to say my farewells until later. Sony got hacked. You know what? Microsoft got hacked several times as well. Nintendo, well, they don't have anything worth hacking. You know who got hacked? Pretty much all the political parties got hacked. So are you going to vote for all those political parties? Because they all got hacked. Save game. Save. And quit to main menu. Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Okay. Good night, everyone. I will see you later. Fly safe.